Have you ever noticed how some people do not enter life gently? They arrive with speed, urgency, instinct, and momentum. They do not wait to be chosen. They do not wait for conditions to become perfect. They begin. If that feels like you, then Ashwini may be speaking very loudly in your chart. I want to break this down for you directly because Ashwini is not just a mystical label. It is a psychological pattern. It is the energy of ignition. It is the part of the personality that wants movement, freedom, initiative, and immediate response. When this nakshatra is strong, you are not built for stagnation. You are built to activate life. Ashwini begins Aries, so its instinct is simple. Move first. It does not enjoy endless delay, overthinking, emotional heaviness, or passive waiting. It wants to start, react, rescue, build, and push energy forward. Now, here is the important part. Speed is not automatically a flaw. Unconscious speed creates mistakes. Conscious speed creates leadership. That is the difference. If you do not understand your Ashwini energy, it can look like impulsiveness, restlessness, unfinished projects, sudden emotional reactions, or burnout. But if you train it, it becomes one of the strongest signatures for courage, entrepreneurship, healing action, initiative, and real-world impact. This is especially important for youth and Gen Z. You are living in a time where speed gets rewarded. Fast communication, visibility, reinvention, content, opportunity. But the same environment also burns attention and makes people addicted to novelty. So if you carry Ashwini strongly, your life lesson is not to become slow. Your lesson is to become precise. You do not need less fire. You need cleaner fire. Now let us correlate Ashwini with Enneagram types. The slide points to type 3, type 8, and type 2. That makes sense because Ashwini is not just random action. Type 3, the achiever, matches Ashwini because Ashwini wants visible movement and real results. It wants proof that energy is going somewhere. It does not want to feel irrelevant or ineffective. So when Ashwini takes on a type 3 flavor, you become driven, productive, ambitious, and focused on progress. But the shadow is obvious. You may become attached to image, outcome, and recognition. You may start performing capability instead of grounding yourself in purpose. Type 8, the challenger, maps strongly onto Ashwini because Ashwini dislikes helplessness. It prefers action over passivity, directness over avoidance, courage over hesitation. It can protect, confront, and push through resistance. That makes it resemble type 8 energy, especially when the person becomes fiercely independent, strong-willed, blunt, and difficult to control. But this can become reactivity, dominance, anger, or the inability to let softness coexist with strength. Type 2, the helper, makes sense once you understand that Ashwini is also a rescue and healing nakshatra. It is active help. It sees pain and wants to intervene now. So when Ashwini leans toward type 2, you get the practical helper, the fast responder, the one who supports by acting. But the shadow can become rescuing too much, overextending, becoming needed in order to feel valuable, and then getting frustrated when others do not change quickly enough. Now to MBTI. The slide names ENTJ, ESTJ, and ESFJ. They are correlations based on style. Ashwini often expresses through action, initiative, decisiveness, and outward engagement. ENTJ fits when Ashwini becomes strategic, commanding, and future-focused. ESTJ fits when Ashwini becomes practical, operational, disciplined, and execution-focused. ESFJ fits when Ashwini channels its action into service, support, responsibility, and care for others. The common thread is not one personality box. It is fast activation, discomfort with inertia, and a need to make something happen. Now let us understand what changes when Ashwini falls in different houses. The nakshatra stays the same, but the area of life changes. If Ashwini influences the first house or the ascendant, the whole personality carries this energetic signature. You come across as fast, alive, direct, and self-starting. If it is in the second house, Ashwini shows up in speech, values, money, and family patterning. Speech may become bold, quick, blunt, persuasive, or sharp. In the third house, Ashwini becomes courage in communication. This is strong for creators, writers, marketers, speakers, and entrepreneurs. In the fourth house, Ashwini enters the emotional world. Home life may feel active, changing, or restless. Emotional security comes through movement and freedom. In the fifth house, Ashwini energizes romance, creativity, performance, and personal expression. It gives quick inspiration and a need for spark. In the sixth house, Ashwini becomes a problem solver. This is excellent for service, medicine, therapy, competition, crisis response, and sports. In the seventh house, relationships become activating and fast moving. Attraction can happen instantly. So can conflict. In the eighth house, Ashwini becomes intense and transformative. It can give sudden psychological rebirth and courage around taboo truths. In the 10th house, Ashwini becomes one of the strongest signatures for ambition, leadership, entrepreneurship, public visibility, and professional initiative. In the 11th house, it activates networks, communities, gains, and future goals. You may become the one who starts groups and collaborations. In the 12th house, the speed turns inward. Then the story becomes hidden restlessness, spiritual urgency, retreat, healing, foreign spaces, and a subconscious that rarely rests. Now let us correlate personal planets and key points in Ashwini, because this is where the reading becomes deeply personal. Mercury in Ashwini gives a fast mind. You think quickly, speak quickly, troubleshoot quickly, and become mentally impatient with slow conversations. This can be excellent for strategy, business, communication, writing, media, and entrepreneurship. But the lesson is to slow the tongue enough to let clarity catch up. Moon in Ashwini makes emotions rapid and instinctive. You may feel fast, react fast, attach fast, and recover fast. This can make you emotionally brave and alive, but also impatient with deeper processing. Mars in Ashwini is raw ignition. This is courage, competitive force, urgency, action, and direct confrontation with obstacles. It can produce strong leaders, athletes, founders, and fighters. But without maturity, it becomes anger, rashness, and destructive speed. Venus in Ashwini makes love and attraction immediate. You may be drawn to energetic, bold, magnetic, independent people. But the lesson is learning that intensity is not always depth and attraction is not always compatibility. If the ascendant itself is in Ashwini, your entire life path becomes shaped by the need to initiate. You are not here to drift. You are here to activate. Your maturity comes when you pair courage with rhythm and direction. Rahu in Ashwini intensifies the hunger to be first, visible, original, and impactful. It can create a disruptive, ambitious, restless path, but also chasing an exhaustion if desire outruns wisdom. Ketu in Ashwini makes the instinct old and sharp. You may act fast naturally, yet feel strangely detached from your own drive at times. It can show karmic familiarity with courage, crisis, and independence, but also periods of withdrawal. Now let me give you a few quick examples so you can see how this works in real life. Moon in Ashwini in the 7th house can make a person emotionally reactive in relationships. They may fall fast, respond fast, and need a dynamic partner, but they must learn emotional pacing. Mercury in Ashwini in the 10th house can create a career built on ideas, communication, decisions, strategy, media, or entrepreneurial thinking. This person often sees the next move before others do. Venus in Ashwini in the 5th house can create exciting romance, bold creativity, and attraction to passion, but also the need for discernment. Mars in Ashwini in the 6th house can create someone who thrives in pressure, competition, service, healing environments, or conflict resolution because they know how to act under stress. Rahu in Ashwini in the 1st house can create a powerful hunger to become someone remarkable, original, visible, and impossible to ignore. The deeper lesson is becoming real, not just impressive. So what is the higher teaching of Ashwini for young people? It is this: do not kill your fire, train it. Do not shame your speed. Refine it. Do not confuse your restlessness with failure. Sometimes restlessness means your energy has not yet found the right mission. And for youth counselors, mentors, parents, and guides, this matters deeply. A young person with strong Ashwini energy does not always need suppression. They often need direction, challenge, autonomy, responsibility, and meaningful action. They need to learn timing, regulation, and follow through without being stripped of initiative. The biggest mistake is reducing Ashwini to impatience. The deeper truth is that Ashwini is life force trying to move. Once that force finds purpose, discipline, and intelligent direction, it becomes extraordinary. So if you have ever asked yourself why you get excited so quickly, why you act before others, why you cannot stay in dead situations for long, why you need motion, why you burn for change, why you keep beginning again, Ashwini may be the answer. If you want me to decode how Ashwini is working through your chart, your planets, your houses, your relationships, your career patterns, and your deeper personality wiring, get in touch with me for a personal reading. I will help you understand where your fire comes from, where it gets blocked, and how to align it with the life you are actually meant to build.